most of the life skills that people would often learn from their parents are normally, people with learning disabilities are going to take a lot longer to learn those things, such as doing their laundry or learning to drive a car if they're high functioning enough. A lot of those things people could learn at Growing Hope. So I'm Caleb Cole. Growing up, my sister Mary had autism. Still has autism. She didn't get rid of it. And that encouraged my parents to start a farm for people with autism called Growing Hope Farm. It's a place where people can study and work and learn and develop their own personal skills and life skills. We have cows and goats. Some of the goats think that they're dogs, and some of the dogs think that they're cows. Well, the farm's for people who have since graduated from high school, and the state stops funding at 22 years old. So as soon as you turn 22, you get booted from public schooling if you have special needs. And that's a place for them to kind of continue that, and a lot of the life skills... Most of the life skills that people would often learn from their parents are normally, people with learning disabilities are going to take a lot longer to learn those things, such as doing their laundry or learning to drive a car if they're high functioning enough. A lot of those things people could learn at Growing Hope. And hopefully it's a place for rehabilitation, or habilitation, I guess. The residents would live in houses that would be on the farmland, pretty close to the offices where the employees would work, and there'd be 24-hour care with them, so somebody could stay in the house and they may or may not be sleeping on a shift, but there would always be somebody there, so it's called assisted living. So they're going to be permanent residents there, and their responsibilities on the farm would be their full-time quote-unquote job. But that's another reason why the farm works out so well, is that it can hopefully be one day self-sustaining. So as people work on the farm, they're going to be generating revenue and being able to pay for themselves a little bit, because most of the people receive state funding, but oftentimes it's $500 a month, and $500 a month is not even enough for rent most of the time, let alone rent, food. And again, depending on how high functioning the individual is, a car insurance or gas or something like that. Kind of a running GoFundMe and or Kickstarter and or Facebook page that accepts donations, I want to say. I think the best way that people can get involved is going and working. We have volunteer weekends, which a lot of the time people don't even show up to. Some of the time there's so many people we don't know what to do with. But volunteer weekends is definitely a really important way. The last one, they stripped out a lot of the land out in front of the farm, and we're placing beds for, they're going to be planting, I think, tomatoes and peppers and a few different forms of cold weather crops like lettuce and beets and Swiss chard and stuff like that. But another main way that people can get involved is just buying the products from the farm, like fresh eggs, chicken meat that comes from the farm,